The second trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day is here. And honestly, the more I watch this movie's footage, the more it feels like everything you have ever wanted a Spider-Man film to be. But while the first teaser gave us a taste, this trailer goes deeper, focusing on Peter's power evolution, his dangerous mutation, the other characters around him, and some genuinely fascinating story details. So let's break it down, frame by frame. The trailer opens with Scorpion, a character we got a very brief mention of in the first teaser, and nothing more. We originally saw Matt Gargan back in Spider-Man Homecoming, and now he has returned looking for revenge. But here, he is robbing a bank. Spider-Man swings in to stop him, but before he arrives, we see Scorpion holding a security guard hostage. The moment Spider-Man shows up, Scorpion drops the guard. But if you pay close attention to Spider-Man's swing, his body is not fully under his own control. He crashes through a massive billboard during the swing, something he has never done before. And this perfectly aligns with what the movie is setting up. Peter's powers are evolving, mutating, and he cannot control them yet. We get a perfect example of this moments later. When Scorpion attacks Spider-Man, Peter initially does not use his full power, but then he grabs Scorpion's tail, and if you freeze the frame, you can get a gorgeous look at the Scorpion stinger in full detail. This is remarkably comic book accurate. In the comics, Scorpion's suit has gone through multiple iterations over the years, and his tail has varied between releasing venom, acid, and other lethal substances. Whatever this version uses, one thing is clear: it is absolutely lethal. The moment Peter grabs that tail, his mutation activates. You can see the change in his eyes, and what follows is brutal. He grabs Scorpion, slams him into the ground, smashes him against a police car. This is not Spider-Man behavior at all. This tells us Peter has lost control of not just his swinging, but his strength as well. Now, something very similar has happened in the comics, though not with Peter himself. In the Superior Spider-Man arc, Otto Octavius takes over Peter's body. The first time Otto fights Scorpion as Spider-Man, he has no idea how strong Peter actually is. He throws one punch and rips Scorpion's entire jaw off. That is the moment Otto realizes Peter could have ended every single villain with one punch, but chose not to, because of that great power, great responsibility principle. This movie seems to be building the same idea. If they are heading toward the Man-Spider evolution arc, this opening sequence is a brilliant setup. If you look at Ned and MJ's storylines, they have reached their final semester at MIT. This tells us how much time has passed since No Way Home. Their lives have moved forward significantly. Spider-Man's life has moved forward too. But Peter Parker? Peter Parker is still stuck. Notice the stitches on Peter's face. Technically, with spider powers, those should heal almost instantly. But the important detail is not the healing. It is the fact that Peter has learned to stitch himself up. Remember, in Far From Home, Happy did that for him. But now Happy does not even know who Peter is, so Peter has no choice. These small details show how much this character has matured and how far his story has progressed. Then we see Peter's powers evolving further. He tries to use his web shooters, but his organic webbing pushes the shooters off his wrists entirely. If you notice, these organic webs are thicker, denser, and most likely significantly stronger than his synthetic webbing. The shooting force is also much more powerful, which makes sense because organic webbing is not calibrated the way his self-tuned web shooters are. To understand what is happening to him, Peter visits Empire State University where he meets Bruce Banner. We later learn Peter is not actually a student at ESU. He is there specifically to get advice from Bruce, because when it comes to mutation and genetics, Banner is arguably the most qualified person on the planet. Bruce is no longer Professor Hulk. He is back in human form. We have been seeing this transition since She-Hulk and Shang-Chi. He maintains his human form through an inhibitor device, similar to what we saw in She-Hulk. But the design has changed slightly. If you look closely, the display reads Gamma Suppression, Active, meaning it is actively suppressing the gamma radiation inside him. and the device was built by Stark Industries. You can see the logo. This opens up an interesting possibility. Tony may have been working on a device to suppress the Hulk before he died, and Bruce developed it further afterward. This is consistent with the comics, where Bruce has used various inhibitors and suppressants to control his transformations. Peter asks Bruce if he can make his mutation selective, keeping the good aspects and removing the bad ones. This is exactly the same mistake Peter made with Doctor Strange's spell in No Way Home, when he kept changing the parameters and caused that massive multiverse disaster. We then see Tremel Tillman's character, who appears to be a high-ranking DODC official. Here, he seems focused on controlling or capturing Sadie Sink's character. He tells Spider-Man that there is a threat they cannot even see, and we see exactly what he means. Sadie Sink's character, referred to only as Jean for now, has powers that are nearly impossible to track. She can body hop through civilians, speaking to Spider-Man through different people one after another. But here is the fascinating detail: she cannot enter Peter's mind. The reason? Spider Sense. Peter's Spider Sense protects him from various threats, including psychic attacks. We saw this in No Way Home when Doctor Strange put Peter in astral form. His body still reacted automatically because of Spider Sense. The same principle applies here, and imagine how much stronger this defense will become once Peter's powers fully mutate. She also demonstrates what appears to be a massive psychic shockwave. Initially, I thought it was a Hulk thunderclap, but looking at the following shots, it is clearly a telepathic blast affecting every civilian in the area. Everyone is frozen or affected, except the Punisher, who walks through completely unaffected. And of course, Spider-Man is immune as well. Sadie Sink's character clearly knows Spider-Man's identity. She tells Peter directly that maybe she will go pay MJ a visit, which means she has already looked inside his mind, knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and knows he cares about MJ. When she cannot get to him through MJ, she goes after Bruce Banner instead, breaking his inhibitor and forcing the Hulk transformation. Spider-Man uses his self-built AI system to track the body-hopping entity through his visor. Peter visits Ned's apartment and discovers that Ned is completely obsessed with Spider-Man. He has built a website called Spider Tracking Net, where he is trying to figure out Spider-Man's real identity. He has multiple candidates listed. He has profiled Spider-Man based on physical observation, and he has even identified a Queens accent, which is accurate because Peter is from Queens. Then MJ arrives and we see the same conversation from the teaser. She is still wearing the broken Black Dahlia necklace. The jail sequence gives us an extended look at Peter fighting the Hand Ninjas. Their attack pattern is crucial. They attack in coordinated formation, one after another in rapid succession. This is extremely comic accurate. They have no superpowers. So how do you fight someone like Spider-Man, Daredevil, or Wolverine without powers? You swarm them. You attack in relentless coordinated waves until the superhero is physically exhausted. That is exactly what we see happening. Even with spider agility and spider powers, Peter is slowly wearing down. The sequence ends with Peter jumping from above and webbing them all down with incredibly dense, thick webbing. Peter takes MJ to Frank Castle's boat for safety because he has literally no one else. The boat is named Golden Girl, which is remarkably comic accurate. In the comics, when Spider-Man finds this boat, he discusses a villain with Punisher, and that villain is Tombstone, who is confirmed in this movie. After that comic storyline, Punisher gets mind-controlled by a villain called Persuader and is forced to attack Spider-Man. In this movie, we have a villain who can do exactly that, mind control. And the villains surrounding this story arc in the comics? Boomerang and Tarantula, both of whom are confirmed for this film. The connections are everywhere. Peter should run, but he tries to talk to Bruce instead. Sadie Sink's character speaks through Bruce, confirming she is responsible for the forced transformation. The Hulk appears. The building around them collapses, and both Peter and Hulk are falling. But here is the key detail. Peter is holding something in his hand, a device of some kind. My theory? Peter went to Bruce's apartment specifically to retrieve a device, something that Sadie Sink's character did not want Peter to have. That is why she forced the Hulk transformation, to stop Peter from getting it. What I love most about this trailer is how much it does not tell you. You get a basic idea. Bruce Banner is here. He will transform into Hulk. There will be a fight. The hand ninjas are here. Tarantula, Boomerang, Scorpion are all making Peter's life miserable. Peter's powers are mutating. And Sadie Sink's character might be the true main villain of this entire film. But how all of this plays out? What triggers what? What consequences follow from whose actions? We have absolutely no idea yet. And that is exactly what makes this movie feel like it could be something truly special. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit subscribe, because we are covering every single update between now and release day. See you in the next one.